Spectacular day in the first week of October here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. 82 and sunny for the Cowboys. A high volume injury report this week. Downstairs, Pam Oliver.
Yeah, Jason, many injuries of note for the Dallas Cowboys. Safety Malik Hooker, he is out of this ball game, as is wide receiver, special teams All-Pro Kavontae Turpin. Now where things really get interesting, 4 of 5 of Dallas's starting offensive linemen will not play today. Left guard Tyler Smith, he will be used only in an emergency situation. That hungry Jets team, eager to certainly show they can capitalize on all those absences. Jason.
Pam, thank you. Greg, you talked about Dak Prescott playing at such a high level off the top of the show. He's got some work to do behind a new offensive line.
Yeah, and I think, everyone talks about the passing game and how it's impacted by the offensive line from a protection standpoint, but you also have to realize the center, the offensive line, all the communication in the run game, which is something Dallas has shown a lot of improvement in this year. So that's going to be something to keep a close eye on. A lot of responsibility now, both run and pass, for Dak Prescott.
30-yard line. The Jets on Monday night had 13 penalties against the Dolphins. They could not create a takeaway. -7 turnover margin through week 4. Third downs, as you mentioned, have been a struggle. When you stack it all up, 0-4 makes sense, but they have been in some games, Greg.
Absolutely, and they've just got to find a way to win these games. They've had the lead in the fourth quarter multiple times, and again, that's part of being young. It's a new regime. They're trying to get a new identity. They've got to start being able to capitalize on not just being close, but finishing these games.
Breece Hall, another avenue to work with, down to the 42. Let's check in with Carissa Thompson.
Thank you so much, Jason. Jackson Dart getting his second start, hoping for his second win. This helps, finding Theo Johnson all alone in the back of the end zone for the score. Giants leading this one 7-0 over the Saints. Jason?
Jackson Dart's second start. Sounds like a well-illustrated kid's book. Have it at the 10 with a long field in front of them. The best offense yardage-wise in the NFL coming back out for their second touch next. He was at his in-laws' garage in the Florida Panhandle when he got the phone call to be the offensive coordinator for the Jets. A career-changing move for Brian Schottenheimer. 2006 to 2011, couple conference championship games. Now the head coach with the Cowboys. He's been around, but the offense back on the field here. It's first down, and we figured that this was worth it to show America. Jaden Blue, rookie out of Texas. There they are. That's worth it, right?
Is that worth getting blisters? There's nothing worth. There's nothing in the world worth getting blisters.
Really?
Not to play football.
Not Louis cleats?
No, I mean, you're wearing Louis shoes right now in the booth, aren't you?
Yeah, I rented them from a guy named Lou. Here are the 0-4 Jets coaches to start a year in year one. Lou Holtz ended up resigning, actually, before the end of that season in 1976. Wouldn't imagine Aaron Glenn, with how attached he is to this organization, this is going to go anything but up for him. I mean, he endured a 1-15 here. He had the 0-8 start in year one with Dan Campbell at the Lions. He knows how quickly these things can turn as that kick is out of bounds. Well, they have Dak in the saddle again. The Cowboys do. 77-48-1 with him, without a 500 team. We've seen it, but the Cowboys in general, with this highly efficient offense, a defense that's been lagging, how do you get this thing to go upward in a big way and become a playoff team?
Yeah, I don't think we spend enough time across the league talking about how you build defenses to complement your offense. So for Dallas over the years, when they're leading the league in points, you got to defend the pass and rush the passer.
Carissa Thompson in Los Angeles.
Thanks so much, Jason. Eagles looking to stay undefeated. Jalen Hurts finds Dallas Goedert for the first touchdown of the game. Eagles in front 10-3 over the Broncos. Jason?
It's a good one on the early side. We saw a competitive game between the Browns and the Vikings earlier.
All three phases, just a complete meltdown here in New York.
The reaction is cheering because of all the Cowboy fans that are at this game.
All the Jets fans have left.
Time for the Didn't Settle Top Performer, brought to you by State Farm. Jake Ferguson not settling for the 0 in the touchdown column. 4 for 33 and 2. to give the Cowboys a 20-point lead at the break. Verizon halftime coming up right after these messages and a word from your local Fox station.
It's full of life. If you're feeling right, let's go paint the night. Oh, there's no place like home. Bright lights in the city like gold. Nowhere in the world like gold. Makes you feel alive. It's a city life. Oh, there's no place like home. Bright lights in the city like gold. Nowhere in the world like gold. Makes you feel alive.
That was today's game flow presented by Progressive. The Cowboys had not won at the Jets in 22 years, but it looks like that might change. 23-3 at halftime. Jason Benetti, Greg Olson, Pam Oliver downstairs. You mentioned off the top, Cowboys glass half full, half empty. Like 3/4 full now? Where are you?
I would say the glass is pretty much completely full. I think offensively they've kind of picked up where they've left off the last couple weeks. Good mix of run, good mix of pass, explosive plays. Really like the way Dak Prescott's running the system. But it's the defense, right? The defense was very, much maligned coming into the game. 32nd. This looks like a different Dallas defense. Now, how much of that is the Jets offense? There's probably a conversation to be had there, but they're rushing the passer, defending the pass, limiting explosive plays. I'm really impressed with the job Matt Eberflus has done getting this Dallas defense back, playing a better version of this football team.
35. Moments ago, Pam Oliver caught up with Brian Schottenheimer.
Brian, give me some positives on your defense. Held them to a field goal in the first half.
Yeah, first drive to come away with a stop there, holding to a field goal was big. We've been disrupting Justin all day with a pass rush. That's been great. Another big takeaway down here. We've been talking about creating takeaways, punching the ball. They're playing really well.
Offensively, you're finding a groove in that department. What more can we expect from you, play caller?
Well, again, got to get the running game going. I was proud Javonte got that one going there. But we've left some yards out there as well. We've got to clean up the penalties. And we got 30 more minutes we got to play.
Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
To the 25. Let's check in with Carissa.
Thank you so much, Jason. So the Eagles up 10-3. Jalen Hurts floats it up and finds Saquon Barkley behind the defense. Going to take this one 47 yards for the score. Eagles in front 17-3 over the Broncos. Jason?
Eagles trying to stay unbeaten today. Of 16 as we check in with Carissa.
Thank you, Jason. Ravens trailing the Texans 34-3, but a bright spot. Derrick Henry punches it in for his 110th career rushing touchdown, which ties him with Walter Payton for 5th most all-time. Texans in control of this one, though, 41-10 over the Ravens.
A lot of big scores on the board.
41-10. I mean, you just think about the conversation around Baltimore and how it's just flipped over the last couple weeks, and then wow.
Yeah, again living in the offensive backfield. Carissa, what do you have?
Well, I'm letting you guys know what's coming up next, Jason. It's America's Game of the Week. Jaden Daniels, first game back since week 2 after suffering that knee injury, looking to improve to 3-2, but he's got to go through this guy, Justin Herbert and the Chargers, who are also looking to bounce back after their loss last week. America's Game of the Week coming up next. Jason?
Williams goes thundering through. Carissa, what do you have? A game break.
Well, Jason, letting you guys know, Broncos down 7, looking to give the Eagles their first loss. Bo Nix hits Evan Ingram, who breaks a tackle, gets in for the score. They go for 2, they get it. Broncos lead 18-17 with 5 minutes remaining. Jason?
Oh, that's 3D chess right there. Go for 2. Put the pressure on the undefeated Eagles.
Torian.
Average Torian?
That was me. I was an average Torian.
Dak Prescott's day in a nutshell. What do you got? Very efficient. For Dak, 237, 4 touchdowns. Sorry, I was talking to myself. I only talk to people in the top half of valedictorianism.
I don't blame you.
What do you have on Dak today?
I think he's been excellent. Whether it's been drop back pass, play action pass, he's been highly efficient on the underneath checkdowns. He hasn't put the ball in harm's way. The handful of times he has elected to challenge them deep. Of course, the touchdown to George Pickens, he puts the ball on the money. So I'm not sure there's a quarterback in the league this season that's playing better ball than Dak Prescott. And with the defense we've seen today, if they can continue this level, now I don't know if they're going to hold everybody to 14, but they can continue to play at least middle of the road football as this offense gets healthy and Dak continues to play at this level. Don't sleep on this Dallas Cowboys team, man. This is a long year, and I think here in a couple weeks, they're going to be in the mix.
How about 2 weeks from now against Washington?
I mean, what a great game. I hope we're there. Are we there? I don't even know.
I'm not. You might be.
Are you in Lubbock?
Probably. Coming up. The Jets, 3 seasons prior, starting at 0-5. Walt Michaels in 1980, Richie Kotite 96, and then that 2020 season as well. They knew it was going to be some form of a rebuild, but that's tough to look down the barrel of.
Yeah, that's why you have to start just looking organizationally and saying this is not unique to Aaron Glenn. This has really been a revolving door with the same results with different guys in command. Oh, a little throwback here, all the linemen getting down. The story today for Dallas was the defense, and being the worst in the league after 4 weeks. Today was a pretty impressive. The 22 points the Jets scored is not really indicative of how the game went.
The Jets, regardless of how they've gone, have not won a game so far, any of the first 5. They're the first team to start 0-5 with 0 takeaways in the history of the NFL. The final score, 37-22 for Dallas. Greg, always a pleasure.
Dude, it was awesome having you, man.
See you soon, all right?
Love our time together.
We say farewell from New Jersey. Kurt Menefee in Los Angeles. A State Farm game break.
Welcome to the State Farm Game Break Show.
America's Game of the Week comes your way in a bit. Jaden Daniels, his first game back after missing 2 weeks with a sprained knee, and he's on the road leading the Commanders into battle against the LA Chargers led by Justin Herbert. If you don't get that, you'll be getting Jared Goff, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and all the Lions visiting the Cincinnati Bengals. All those games kick off in just a little bit over 10 minutes. But right now, we welcome you to the State Farm Game Break Show. Kurt Menefee along with the gang. Why don't we check in on some of the highlights, Terry Bradshaw, so far here in Week 5?
All righty. Let's do it. Let's talk about Dak Prescott and the Cowboys. The most yards in the NFL offensively. Prescott back, firing deep. Nice job. Lay it up. Good job by Pitkins coming underneath. 43-yard touchdown. Prescott 4 touchdown passes on the day. 37-22